Yo, before we get L's opinion, but like to Cash's point right now, because Cash made a comment, like Beasley did call out Melo. Like he called out Melo.
Melo said he's not doing it.
Yeah, and Melo's like, but Melo also feels like he's not gonna ever win. So I feel like, I feel like,
I don't know why you feel that way.
All right, so why? Why? L? This is
Why?
your right now.
I mean, Melo's.
Why?
You think Beasley beats Melo?
I don't know. I mean, Beasley. It depends on who's been more active on the court. Yeah, Melo was good fucking 5 years ago, but if he's been fucking drinking beers and smoking blunts every night, then he's going to get his ass fucking mopped by Beasley. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I think Melo's been drinking and smoking beers.
Melo doesn't even look like he's.
Well, at least for the last 2 years. You know what I mean? Like
Melo still leads the Black Ops games, and what you call it?
Yeah, Melo was getting loose recently with fucking with Julius Randle recently.
Oh, so he's probably ready where he can come back right now.
Melo
if a team offered him a contract,
come on,
he's probably
Melo stay ready.
Melo stays ready, bro. Melo stays ready.
The thing is, man, with this whole shit, like what I initially did after watching, like, what did he say?
He said Melo was son.
Oh, okay.
In the gym with Julius and the Sun.
So when I watched the face off, right?
Put up a C-note, That's the Cash said put up a C-note, yeah.
Put a C-note.
We're gonna hold off on that.
No.
So when I watched the face off, right, and Beasley was all greasy and saying all the wild stuff and
stay alert.
And rapping,
going there, bro. This side of the street.
Look both ways. Your next 6 words very wisely.
I'm just touching on that.
Look both ways. Whoa!
I said pause immediately. But
look both ways before you step into traffic, Al.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, bro. Because I need to, man.
Because you're my friend and I love you.
Yeah, thank you. I
want you to be safe.
You're my brother. I love you.
But initially what I did was I looked up his age, man. I was like, how old is this brother? Because he's out here now. He was acting like a fucking coon. You want to talk about coons? Everything I read earlier, he was doing. He was like the embodiment of that. Beasley. Like the rapping to the songs. I was like, what is he singing? Like I don't even know music like this. So I was like, how old is this brother?
He was being a nigga.
Nigga, coon, whatever you want to. They're all the same.
Coon and nigga. No, they're not. They are not.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Nigga covers everything. Nigga covers all.
We're not getting into this topic again.
But
they asked him, right? They asked him, they say, yo, you're not even Lance Stevens says, you're not even disciplined. He's like, yo, I am disciplined. You're not disciplined. You gotta be to put the weed and roll the weed constantly. I said, that is funny.
Yo, you know what he's doing? You know what he's doing? He's trying to become the Cassidy. You know what Cassidy is to battle rap? He's trying to become that to this one-on-one.
I mean, he is already
he I like what he's doing, man. I like what he's doing because now next is going to be Melo, and they're going to have the crazy face off.
It's not going to be
Melo. Melo said he's not with. Melo said
that's because Melo don't want to get beat.
That takes down bullshit.
Yo, bro. If Melo loses, that takes down his greatness.
What's crazy? Yeah. What's crazy is that you think that Melo. What's crazy is that you. Yo, what's crazy is that you think Melo's gonna lose.
Yo, they're both great players, bro. Like it's a one-on-one. Like
time out.
Yo, you get
Melo is a great player. Beasley's a very good one. There's a difference.
Beasley was a great player, bro.
Beasley was a very, very good player.
Yo,
that's why there's videos all over online with everyone giving him his props. Like nobody want that smoke with him, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you. Yo, so
opposing arenas. Melo sells out those arenas.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. This is how I know, and this is what Melo said. This is how I know. This is the easy argument to win, right, with Melo. Melo played one-on-ones in a 5v5 game, nigga, and was considered at one point one of the best players in basketball, B. Yeah. Like, his whole idea was ISO ball, nigga. Like, this nigga plays a 1v1 game against 5 people.
That's what Melo said, though. Melo said Melo said I was scrutinized at the highest level of the game for doing one thing, and that's playing one-on-one ball on a 5-man court. So I could never lose.
Yeah, that sounds good. Get on the fucking court then, Melo.
Nah,
Carmelo. Stop playing around. Make the culture happy, because that would make the culture. Matter of fact, let that be the game in next year's All-Star.
See, but I think this has to go. No, but there's two sides to this.
No, they're gonna create a league for this. They're gonna create their own league for this. They're gonna say 1v1 league.
You make
there's two sides to this
1v1 league is crazy.
Y'all niggas, I'll tell y'all niggas how you do this, right? Melo should be like the fucking the boss in like Double Dragon. And niggas gotta play niggas gotta play other niggas to get to Melo.
Yeah, he's like King Cooper.
He's like,
he's Bowser, like, yo.
I can agree with that.
Whatever boss of a game, that's that nigga. That nigga Melo is that.
Yeah.
You gotta get through other niggas to get to him.
Melo's like the last nigga.
Call out Melo.
Isn't he like the last? He's like the last thing at Mike Tyson Punch Out, Kid Dynamite. Yeah, he's like, I'll get the Kid Dynamite.
You put a quarter in and you already at Soda Popinski, nigga. No, you got to go through other niggas to get to that.
Bull and all that shit. Yeah, you got to
go through all them niggas.
Glass Joe, but I say Joe Flamingo. You got to beat all of them.
Nah, but I think there's gonna be. It needs multiple levels, and I think we all have great ideas, because I think if Ice Cube was smart, he would start thinking about, like, how can I incorporate this into the big three, right?
I think Ice Cube got his hands full with the big three, though. He's not going to take on two. Well, then, he's already got the league going.
Well, then then incorporate more people, because you can't let the players. It's got to be a little bit more organized. I don't know if you guys watched
who sponsored this one? Who sponsored this?
They did themselves.
This seemed pretty organized. So they had a documentary leading up to the game, and you didn't see the documentary?
Man,
where they each had a team.
It seemed organized to a point, and I'm pretty sure, like, you know what I mean? When homies were scoring and everybody's walking into the court, that shit seems like it had that basketball
I'm
feeling.
surprised nobody got shot, like,
right? You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what and you know what I mean? I didn't want to get it there, but that's exactly what my train of thought was. And if that's the point that we're trying to get it to, and that's the type of visual that we wanted to, then at that point, I do want it to be more street. I do want that shit to be in a park over there in fucking Tokyo, or I want it to be in a basketball court in fucking Australia, then New York, and then fucking Texas. Bring it to the Rucker. I want that shit to bring it everywhere, and then, this is where the 1v1, like, that's how you, to be honest, that's how you revive the N1. You know what I mean?
Here's the wash it. If Ice Cube, right, wants to bring more,
leave Ice Cube out of it.
Well, what I'm saying is,
let me say one thing about
if they have an All-Star break like the NBA has an All-Star break, and since it's already 3-on-3, that should be what their All-Star game platform should be.
You know what you do? You know what you do, Ra? I'm gonna tell you, Ra. The best way to do it, if Melo is smart, Melo would get with ISO Joe, and they will become partners, and they would create the league themselves. The best two ISO.
Why you keep incorporating ISO Joe? Like, what is this?
He's one of the best.
Top tier 101.
He's one of the best ISO.
Ain't nobody called him out though. Ain't nobody called him out yet,
because they don't want that smoke
that the league has ever seen. Him and Carmelo Anthony. So you take those two players.
Joe Johnson was an animal.
Joe Johnson was a problem, bro. Atlanta Joe. You know what I'm saying? And you take those two, and you put them together, join forces, and then they be the face of the 1v1, because they were doing it.
Joe Johnson, that version didn't even know how to fucking like function. He was like, I'm too ill for this. He's like,
and the shit he was doing.